It's interesting what you get like from people just watching social media and like what you post. They're like,
Totally.
how do you do it? I want the life you have. You're traveling a lot, you're doing all this and that, and you have your business. And I'm like, you don't see the behind the scenes sometimes, like what's going on.
It looks like I'm balling right now, but I'm not. I'm paying off what I took out to make this all happen. I'm driving a really nice truck, but I have like 4% of equity in it. So I bought my vending machines, had them placed in really high level, high income earning apartment complexes near Petco Park in San Diego. Like I sold a candy bar for $3. It cost me 90 cents, usually $1.
Wow.
The margins are there, but it's just stupid business, dude.
Why do you say that? What's up, everybody? Welcome to our episode today with Billy Perez. Billy, thanks for hopping on the show straight to the point.
Oh, yeah.
We got going. I'm your co-host, Tristan Guerrero of the West Coast Property Bros. We got Isaac over there working, so he can't make it on today, but we are happy to have Billy on the show today. He made it down super far from Encinitas.
Yeah.
And we're meeting over here at the Treehouse, which is a pretty dope cafe.
Yeah. This is sweet. There's a lot of really cool spots in San Diego, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we linked here and now we're on the show. So Billy, what's
live.
going on, man?
Dude, I'm excited to be here. Straight to the point. It's a good name, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the name. So we're getting straight to the point right away. This is great, dude. It's been good to get. We just met a couple months ago in Tulum in Mexico. It's pretty sweet. It's a good trip. Now we're here. Love it.
Yeah. We were just connected through the mastermind group through Rich Summers. Shout out Rich. And then we finally connected in person. I didn't even know you lived locally.
Yeah. Right
Which
now.
is so funny.
So good.
But then in Tulum, we connected and found out this guy lived in San Diego.
Oh, yeah.
So we're here now.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man.
Real estate guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
So let's get right into it. I remember you mentioned to me you were a PE teacher, school teacher.
Middle school Spanish teacher.
A Spanish teacher.
Yep.
Got it. And you went from being a public school teacher to now you're managing millions of Airbnb properties, short-term rentals.
Yep.
How much of that journey did you feel was fueled by ego? And how much was it more on the faith side?
I think about 50-50. I think half of me was like, I'm too smart and talented to spend all day with 12-year-olds and teach them Spanish. But, at the same time, I want to respect my teachers, shout out my teachers. I love them. Like, we need educators that are well qualified, that are paid really well, and that love their jobs. And so being a teacher is a calling. It's not really like a career. I think it's a calling, and it's a decision you make to like dedicate and donate your years of life to making the next generation better. I still teach a class at Point Loma Nazarene University, and so I still get my fix of like education, and I still really enjoy teaching. I have a couple students that I coach in the Airbnb arbitrage space, so there's that. But yeah, I'd say it's like 50% ego, and then 50% was like, what was the other part? 50% just like faith driven, like belief in myself and
then even our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, no, I felt like God was leading me towards something greater than just the life of a school teacher. And I think when you have more wealth and money and influence, you can really impact those people that need it, that need that assistance. And so I have dreams and aspirations to help people. And of course, when I'm raking in the cash one day, I will gladly give away a large portion of it to help those who need it. And that's where my heart is.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember you mentioned in Tulum that you're really big in faith, and that's something I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that about you. I like that. Your relationship is all faith driven. Even like a lot of people in that trip were faith driven, which I thought was amazing to see. I'd never been in a room with a lot of faith driven, successful business entrepreneurs, business owners.
I know. I was impressed and surprised.
Yeah.
Like Mikey Taylor.
Right.
Former pro skater, now real estate investor, has a $500 million fund of assets under management. Like he kept pointing his decisions and his relationship with his wife and everything back to God, to Jesus, in a life of Christianity and a faith-based walk and a faith-based entrepreneurial journey.
Totally.
Pretty cool.
Now you were saying, what got you actually into teaching Spanish in the school system? Let's go there.
I think because my parents were teachers, I enjoyed working with kids, and I enjoyed Spanish. I was a Spanish major in college. I grew up speaking it. So it was just a natural, easy choice, I guess. It wasn't easy being a teacher, but you got a lot of time off. Like the benefits are pretty good. So it's like there's those things, but making like 60,000 a year.
Yeah.
And that's it. You can work harder. You can grind as much as you want. You're not going to make any more.
Right.
So
when did you feel like when you started realizing that you had to start shifting career paths into the Airbnb rental space?
When did I realize I needed to take on entrepreneurship full time?
Yeah.
I think when I realized that my side hustles were paying me more than my full-time job. And I was like, oh, this is a problem. And I was just tired. It was 5 years of my life that I spent teaching, and I was tired. I think I was just burnt out. And there was, even when I told them I was ready to move on, there wasn't any rebuttal like, oh, we'll pay you more. There was nothing. It was just like, okay, like if you're not ready for this, then you should move on.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's cool with me. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, that was spring of 2023 where I made the decision.
Here you are, almost ending 2025.
I know. It's crazy. Yeah, it's insane. I quit my job in 2023. I expected to join a commercial real estate brokerage. I ended up not working out. So I was like unemployed for 3 months, got a job at a long-term property management company, sitting at a desk, making like the same amount of money I was making teaching. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm back to square one, except now I'm not working with kids anymore. I'm working alone, and just filled with a ton of regret, ton of like, why did I make this decision? I'm so dumb and all this stuff. And then actually February 2024, I told my boss at the time at this real estate brokerage in Oceanside, I was like, hey man, I'm ready to start my own company. I have a couple clients behind the scenes that I'm managing their Airbnbs for. Started out with 2, then it became 4, and then it became 5, 6, 7. And so by that time I was like, I'm ready to move on and do my own thing. So yeah, I told them that in February 2024. I launched Elevate Vacation Homes March 2024 with about 7 properties under management. And now we're here in November 2025 and we got about 52 units under management.
There you go.
A little mix of arbitrage, a little mix of ownership. I own 5 properties. I arbitrage 4 and then I manage the rest. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I remember, I interviewed Kevin Leong in our mastermind. He does the Airbnb arbitrage game.
Yes.
And I find that very fascinating where there's an owner willing to just lease it out to you and then you just sublet it to anyone and just manage it like it's your own, but you don't actually own it.
Oh, it's gotta be the right owner.
Right.
I'll tell you that. I think like any time you're making a decision financially that's more than like $1,000 and it's a recurring expense, recurring commitment, whether it's a business partner, whether it's a Airbnb lease, whether it's a client you have to be with for a year, like if any part of you is just like, this person's kind of weird or like, I feel like we're kind of not vibing.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. That's your conscience. That's your spirit and your gut telling you this is not going to end well. I'm like crashing and burning right now with an arbitrage client who's blaming me for like basically destroying their electrical panel, which it's not our fault. Their electrical panel was from the 70s. So it was very old.
Yeah.
But she's like presenting me with papers like that I have to pay for it and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying for it. I'm sorry that happened, but you needed to replace it anyways. So she's evicting me from the arbitrage deal with 3 months left in the lease. I'm like, why are you evicting me? Now I don't have to pay. It's just weird. So make good decisions with who you partner with, who you do business with.
Yeah.
And if any part, because from the beginning I should have just been like, this lady's crazy. I should never have agreed to it. That's okay. You live and you learn.
Right. Yeah. You just got to feel out who's going to be a good partnership and then.
Yeah. Vibes are everything, man.
You fire your clients.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure that out too.
Oh yeah. I mean, at first you take everyone. You're desperate. You're a new entrepreneur. Like, yeah, I'll manage that. I'll take that on. I took on this crazy client back last year in June of 2024. Insane. And she like groped me. Like she would like tell me how sexy I am and like all this stuff. And like, yeah, she was super flirty. She's like this 40-year-old Persian gal and really like bonkers, really insane. And was telling me that like she gets all these free services from guys because she just like sleeps with them and gets all like she was letting me in and all this stuff. Yeah, and I think she kind of thought that was going to be our deal. And I'm like, 1, I'm married, and 2, you're gross. You're very gross. She just like was smoking cigarettes and like had all this plastic surgeries, you know, just like the jumbo boobs and like the plastic face that doesn't move. And you know, I'm sure guys think she's attractive, but I was just put off by it. And yeah, she just like she tried to get like some power over me, like, you know, like grab my crotch a little bit, like tease me and be like, oh, like you can write this off as a loss, right? If you want to manage it for free, like it's good for taxes. Yeah. I was like, hell no. And so The crazy thing though is that's a crazy ass client, but she introduced me to another client who gave me 3 properties, who then introduced me to 2 other clients who gave me 3 other properties combined between. So it's like crazy bitch that I had to work with because I'm new to the industry and I needed clients. I wanted clients. I was supporting myself and my wife. And so took her under my wing as one of my first clients, was managing her properties for like 5%. And then I finally was like, please pay me 10%. So now I'm still working with her, but we have boundaries now. I don't see her in person and I don't do phone calls with her anymore.
You just send someone?
No, I don't send any of my employees just to her. I'm like, you will be touched. So I'm going to save you guys that pain. My cleaners I've had 2 cleaning teams quit on her.
Wow.
Yeah,
oh my God, dude.
She's a special gal. I'll spare her name, but I have a lot to thank for her. And the reason, cause my employees are like, why do you still work for her? I'm like, work with her. I'm like, cause she literally gave me clients she literally handed me like $6 million in management, like in clients.
Yeah.
And those properties have now produced like $150,000 a year in management revenue for my business. Wow. So like she was awful. She pays me 10% pennies in the short-term rental industry. You charge 15 to 20. She paid me pennies on the dollar, but the value's there. And we have a good relationship now that there's no in-person meetings and no phone calls. Cause that's when she would like manipulate, be on the phone, start crying, like all this stuff, you know.
Oh man.
I just told her straight up, I'm like, you want me to manage your properties? Like, I'm not talking to you anymore. You can text me and email me.
Set it straight. Right?
Yeah. I mean, to this day, I haven't seen her since last February, and I haven't talked to her on the phone since June.
And you're still managing her property?
4 of her properties.
4?
She's really successful. She keeps buying all these properties and managing them for her, and it's still, it's the craziest like business entrepreneur story I have. Yeah, it's produced a ton of business for me, which is really a beautiful part of the process. So, but she's crazy.
Yeah.
Be careful who you work with.
How do you qualify your clients, I guess you could say, to help manage?
I mean, at first I was taking anyone. Now it's like, we need properties with amenities. We need properties that have owners that are going to be good partners, right? We don't want people that hate us. Like, we don't want to hire people and then we're just the boogeyman. And they're like, see, this is why my property sucks, because the management, it's always the management. That another red flag is anytime you take on a new client, if they're talking shit on their previous managers, that's a good red flag. It is. Even if their other managers sucked, give that previous management a call and say, hey, what's going on? And they'll share with you exactly what's happening. We just took on some clients that I called their previous management and they refused to say anything bad about them. They're like, oh no, they're great. I'm like, really? Because they're firing you. So what happened? They're like, yeah, we're not really going to talk about it, but like, best of luck to you. And I'm like, come on.
Interesting response.
I'm like, Kimberly, tell me what's going on, man. Like, why wouldn't you just tell me what's going on? And I'm like, from a manager to a manager. She's like, I don't really have time to get into it. I'm like, what?
Well, you're on the phone right now.
I'm like, tell me in 60 seconds. Yeah. Anytime people are like, I don't have time for this. I'm like, dude, you could just text me in 10 seconds. Just tell me. So
right.
that's how you qualify them. It's like, are they going to be partners? Or are they going to be problems?
Totally. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of moving on, shifting some gears here.
Let's shift gears.
Just taking a look at your Instagram. Use a little chat GPT to help with these questions I'm asking you here today.
Of course.
But on Instagram, you say short-term rentals are risky, but you scaled to 50 now, over 50 Airbnbs. Have you ever lost properties or taken a bath on a deal?
Yeah, we've lost properties. I probably signed over 65. We probably lost like 10 in the last year, whether it's people that joined and like after like 3 months, they're like, I want out, or we worked them for a year and it was really amicable. Like they're like, hey, we're going to sell our property. We're going to move back in. Just depends on the situation. We've never lost money, like made negative money, but we've managed properties where we're like making like $200 a month. I'm like, this isn't even worth it. Like, I'm not sending someone out there to drive out there and pay them $25 an hour. So it's, so
right.
There's like properties like that, but I've never like, I'll probably walk away from this arbitrage deal where this owner wants me to pay for everything. I'll probably walk away from that negative, but that would be the rare example. But arbitrage deals, like you either break even, make a lot of money, or you lose a lot of money. Like there's usually no in between. So
what's kind of the hardest lesson you kind of have buried in your portfolio that you've learned the last couple of years since starting your arbitrage short-term rental business?
Well, there's like lessons you learn and there's different things you've learned from the 3 different aspects of the business. There's managing properties for other people. There's managing properties you own, and there's managing properties as an arbitrage deal where you pay the owner rent.
Interesting.
So there's 3 styles of management and we do all 3.
Cool.
And then within those, there's short-term rentals, there's midterm, 30 days or longer. And then there's like, we have some properties that do events, some properties that are actually long-term, like we sign them to a 1-year lease, et cetera, et cetera. So there's different facets, different lessons with each one. I'd say with the management, it's what I already said. If you feel a red flag right away, don't move forward. With the arbitrage, if you feel like this owner's going to be crazy, going to blame you for damages, going to be crazy, like just move on. Don't sign the arbitrage deal, even if it's a sweet screaming deal, which mine was, unfortunately. I got all this furniture for $1,000. Like the house was just furnished and the guy was like, I need to move on. What do you want for it? 5, 10, 1? And I'm like, dude, I don't want your furniture. I'd rather buy it all new or give you $1,000. He's like, deal. I'm like, cool. All right. That was like a screaming deal. So I said yes, even though the owner was a problem.
Dang.
She wanted a $10,000 deposit for a $5,000 a month rent. I'm like, first of all, it's illegal. And second of all, no, I'm not, even if it wasn't illegal. Yeah. That should have been red flag number 2. And then with the ownership stuff, I think owning Airbnbs, you have to make the decision right away. Like, this is a lesson I've learned. Are you owning it to cash flow and make 10, 20, 30,000 a year of grocery money and play money? Or are you in it for the long haul to build equity? Are you okay with breaking even to build equity in an asset? That's the decision you need to make. If you go in without knowing that answer, you're going to be really disappointed.
Totally. Yeah. And people have different approaches like that. What's your whole perspective on going cash flow versus equity driven?
It's really hard to cash flow right now, buying anything, unless you put a ridiculous amount of money down. Mm-hmm. So Airbnbs 5 years ago, you used to be able to put 10% down in cash flow for sure. Mm-hmm. I have a property in Arizona that I put 15% down on that I cash flow. I used to cash flow like 15, 20 grand a year. Now I probably cash flow like 10 grand a year. That's worth 80 grand less than when I bought it for. I bought it at the peak in 2021. Wow. So I can't sell it. Still cash flows. So what do I do? Why would I sell it?
Yeah.
I have to keep it now.
Right.
So I have to Dave Ramsey this shit and pay it all down to zero. So then I'm really cash flowing, right? I can't just hold it anymore. I have another property that I own and the mortgage is $900 a month. The guys I have in there are paying me $2,800 a month to live there, full time, furnished, utilities included. So my cash flow, my delta on that's like $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
That property is worth about $30,000 more than when I bought it for in Arizona. So I hold it. My property in San Diego is worth $1.2 million now. I bought it for $700,000. Nice. I pulled out cash out of that a couple times to fund those Arizona deals. That mortgage is $6,500 a month. I don't always net $6,500 a month on my Airbnb business at that property, but I keep it because I know that in 10 years, I'm going to have an extra 150, 200K of equity in it because it's San Diego. It's California real estate. It's not like when you buy in Ohio and you buy for the cash flow. You're buying in California for the equity.
Totally. So, in the sunshine tax.
Yeah, it just depends where you buy. For sure.
Totally. Now, in your business, do you still do the vending machine business?
I do still have 2 vending machines.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I don't touch it. I have an employee that does everything for me.
Okay. I remember you mentioning that. I see on your social media page. It's not a typical side hustle for property managers.
It's not.
Not like property managers I've met. Excuse me. But what was that more of a distraction or more of like a deliberation hedge for you? Or do you think it like diluted your focus when you're trying to scale your business?
I started it when I was still a teacher. Bought my vending machines spring of 2023. So February 2023 is when I bought them and had them placed in really high level, high income earning apartment complexes near Petco Park in San Diego.
All right.
So these vending machines that probably worth $6,000 brand new were doing about $1,200 a month in gross revenue. And the cost of goods on vending machines is like, I say the 30% of whatever I sold it for. So like if I sold a candy bar for $3, it cost me 90 cents, usually $1.
Wow.
Sold a can of Celsius for $5. It was usually about $1.25, $1.50 at Costco. So the margins are there, but it's just stupid business, dude.
Why do you say that?
Because you buy these super expensive machines, they break, the machine stops working, you have to go in and fix it, but you don't know how to fix it. You unplug it, plug it back in, like it's a Wi-Fi router. You call a specialist, it takes them 2 weeks to get out there. And then the building's like, screw you. Like, this thing's been broken for 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm trying to get someone here. Like, I'm so sorry. Here, I posted like my Venmo on it and just like left the fridge unlocked. I'm like, please just Venmo me and pay for the product. Like, it's a stupid business unless you have like a handyman that knows how to fix these things immediately.
Right.
You're just wasting your time. So I was able to sell one of the locations. The other location booted me and fired me. And then I was able to get a new client here in Carlsbad. So I have 2 vending machines, 2 locations left. I have an employee, a gal, I paid $20 an hour to go fill them up. I pay 5 minutes a week to it, I think. And my net profit on my vending machine business is like $600 a month, $800 if it's really good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but when you're at this level, $600 a month is like what I spend on Chipotle for my wife and I. It's like, that's like my car payment. So it's like,
Right,
I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like I like driving nice cars. I have a nice Rivian pickup truck
Sick.
that I pay $600 a month on. I put like 3% down on. It's like,
Yeah.
that's paying for my Rivian. It's not like making me rich.
Yeah.
You want to get rich. You want to build a business that every client you add on creates more and more wealth for you. Every vending machine you add on, it's like a coin toss. And so yes, to answer your question, it is a distraction. It was a distraction. It's not anymore. But if I focus my time, energy, and money on growing the management business, the $50,000 I invested in vending machines, if I put that towards management, marketing, Facebook meta ads, client acquisition,
yeah,
that 50K would have been 400K now instead of I think I doubled my investment. I think I made $100,000 in 3 years off my vending machine business, and now I'm making 600 a month. So it's like, like for several years for 3 years I was making about $2,000 a month off of it. And then now it's like, it's stupid waste of money.
That's so funny.
But then each new vacation rental client, it's about $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So it's like, why wasn't I just spending time doing that?
Yeah.
It's because it's a distraction.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's good if you're like a high school, college student. You want to buy a vending machine, go stock it, like swing by on your way home from school. Like, yeah, it's great. I had a lot of kids reach out to me about buying it. And I'm like, you don't have 20 grand. Like, whatever. It's good if you already have an existing portfolio. Like you got 30 machines. You want to add this one on? Yeah, you have the economies of scale to afford this and make this profitable. It's not good. It was like, I was getting a ton of people that are like, I have 20 grand I've saved up for 3 years. Should I buy this? I'm like, no. It's going to take you 2 years to make your money back. No. You should not do that. I don't invest in anything right now unless I make my money back within 12 to 18 months.
Wow. I like that.
I'm impatient.
Yeah.
But if I spend $10,000 of ads or I pay a marketing agency 10 grand to find me new clients, they better find me at least one that pays me 15, 20 grand a year.
Yeah. Could you say 12 days?
Or 12 to 18 months.
So, sorry, my bad. Okay. 12 to 18 months. Got it.
Yeah. If I invest 50 grand, I'd love to make my 50 grand back by 18 months. I don't think it's super unrealistic.
Yeah.
If it's an active business. Now, I'm not talking about like stocks and like S&P 500.
Got it. And I also kind of saw on your social media, you coach other people in real estate too.
Yeah.
Is that through the property management or you have that kind of on the side that you do?
No, I got like $300 a month in ads going to coach people on how to do Airbnb. Whether they already have one, whether they don't have anything, whether they want to do arbitrage, any of it.
Okay. You do that through webinars and stuff like that?
I have one webinar. It's like 8 minutes long.
Okay.
I think like 600 people have watched it.
Gotcha. Some influencers in coaching in real estate. Hold on, let me rephrase that.
You say what it is. I like the question. It can be direct.
Yeah,
that's good.
Let's do it. You coach others in real estate, but some say influencers coaching in real estate is just another monetization layer. Do you ever feel hypocritical charging high ticket mentoring when the same people could be doing what you do?
Do I feel hypocritical because those same people could have just done what I did like years ago?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Part of me, for sure. I'm like, yeah, cause I'm not an influencer. I have 3,000 followers. I'm like a micro influencer. I'd say half those people are strangers. Half of them are friends and people I've met.
Yeah.
So I'm like a micro, have a tiny bit of sliver of influence in the real estate space here in San Diego, but it is a monetization layer. It's a way to gain influence. Cause I have those ads running. I get like 2 followers a day from my ads, which is cool. To see content, a 30-second video. You want to know how you can scale from 0 to 50 properties in less than a year? Like, follow me for more. I have that ad running. It's like a 20-second call to action. I get followers all the time. They're real people too. It's not bots, which is nice. So it feels a little like hypocritical because I'm like telling you how I did it 0 to 50, but like I never hired a coach to do it. So like, why should you? Back then I didn't believe in hiring coaches. I thought it was a waste of money, but now I see the value in it. I've hired plenty of coaches. I've been in 5 different masterminds in the last 2 years.
Wow.
I've spent over 30 grand in education and masterminds to learn from other people. And each mastermind helped me get something, helped me rise up to the next level.
Totally.
What
do you feel like is the biggest takeaway from investing in yourself in education and coaching that you didn't know yesterday?
Investing in communities and in masterminds is like investing in a bachelor's degree or a minor in something, except you pay a fraction of the price and you get it all within a year. It's so crucial, man. I've been in 4 different masterminds. I've been in Rich's 7-figure creator. I've learned a lot about how to create content.
Yeah.
That led to a lot of business for me unintentionally, just because I was in that sphere. I was in that community.
Yeah.
So that was like a side benefit. I was in a mastermind of 0% credit cards, how to get 0% credit.
Oh, interesting.
Very, very valuable.
Yeah.
If you're borrowing $50,000 to $150,000, 0%, you can pay it back 12 to 18 months. What could you do with 50 grand? You know, it's a very valuable mastermind. So huge benefit. I joined a mastermind on how to use go high level, and how to use school and how to grow a community. Paid $4,000 for that and signed a couple of people that I probably doubled my investment there. And then I was in a mastermind. I'm still in a mastermind with a guy named Patrick Switek. And that's where I learned how to make my management company better. Very valuable. High ticket, $5,000 for a lifetime membership. Super huge value. Patrick's been a huge, huge influence in how I run my company.
Sick, dude. How are you able to qualify like what mastermind to join?
I have a really low risk appetite, I have a really high risk appetite, a very low risk fear. I'm not, I make decisions very quickly. If I see a thing I want, I just get it, whether I can afford it or not, because I know it'll take me to the next level. So these masterminds, like they pitch me, and I'm like, yeah, sounds great. You have so many other people that have succeeded through you. I'm probably not going to be the one to do it first, but I'll do it if it looks like something that'll help me.
Totally.
So all those masterminds that were thousands of dollars, it took me like a day to think about it.
Yeah. Now, after being on the receiving end, and now that you lead your own coaching.
Yeah. Got my own coaching on Tuesday nights, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Yeah. What do you do other than like paid ads, like to run your own mastermind?
Nothing. People have reached out, like, how do you do what you do? And I'm like, you can hire me to coach you. I'm not giving you free advice. No, I still meet with people. People call me all the time. Friends, high school friends that I haven't seen in 10 years are like, hey, well, how do you do what you do? I'm like, let's hop on a call. I'll talk to you for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no problem. You get better at the things you do professionally if you can explain it really well. So every time I explain what I've done, how I did it for free, I'm like, I still got value from it.
Totally.
I got better at explaining it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just refine what you say. It's cool, man.
Yeah, this whole conversation I've had a lot of times, but every time I do it, I get better at explaining it, and hopefully someone sees it and they're like, I'd love to work with that guy. I don't know if I really believe anymore in the like, work with me for $10,000 and I'll work with you for a whole year. Like, I kind of like the whole like, hey, like join my call every Tuesday. I charge $200 a month. It's like a nice gym membership. Go flex your entrepreneurial muscle once a week with me.
Yeah.
Like that could be like a new thing. Cause I'm the go high level guy that I paid $4,000 to join his mastermind. He's all high ticket sales. He was like, no. What you're providing is a high ticket offer. Cause if you learn how to set up a beautiful Airbnb from Billy Perez, you're going to make more than $5,000. You're going to make way more than that. So like, why should I not capture some of that money? There's pros and cons. There's different, there's different arguments for everything. I don't know. I don't know where I stand with it right now. I haven't signed a new mastermind person in a while. So I've signed 4. And the first guy worked out great. He's now my full-time employee. Funny enough.
Wow.
Yeah, funny enough. The second guy is still working with me. Worked out great. I think he paid me $5,500. Still meets with me every Tuesday.
Wow.
Third guy still meets with me like once a month. I barely see him. He got a lot of value for the first month, and then he's like, I'm good. I'm like, you paid for the whole year, man. He's like, cool, I'll call you if I need anything. I'm like, show up to the 5 o'clock Tuesday meetings. So it's hit or miss. You never know who needs the most help. Do I think arbitrage and Airbnb training could take 3 months? Yeah. Do some people want a whole year to like go over random circumstances that happen all? Yeah. It just depends. Everyone's different.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
Now, in raising your short-term rental business, what was the biggest hiring mistake? And what did that teach you about building a team that you couldn't read from your Instagram highlights?
Probably hiring fast and firing slow. My grandpa put it pretty well. He's built a lot of companies. He was the CEO of Aramark. He's worth tens of millions. He said, the second you feel like firing someone, that's when you should fire them. And he's like, Billy, it sucks. It's horrible firing someone. They cry. They tell you how much it's going to hurt their family. But the mistakes that they will make if you don't fire them is going to cost you a lot of money. And you need A players. You deserve A players. If you're paying them a living wage, they shouldn't be putting themselves in a position to get fired.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Wisdom from Billy Senior.
Yeah. Shit. Do you feel like you have anyone right now?
No, my team's awesome.
Sick.
My sister works for me full time. I convinced her. She was a former math teacher in LA. I was like, hey, want to make the same amount of money and work from home? Come do my finances for me. She's my bookkeeper, accountant, tax, everything in-house.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I started to realize ever since moving down here is that a lot of startups, small businesses, Airbnb, real estate, doesn't matter, are all family ran.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Yeah,
it can be bad.
Family ran. It's like, oh, this is my sister, my mom, my dad, my wife.
Right.
They're all running it. I'm like, wow. Yeah. Even like Kevin, it's his whole family. And then like
Brian Coons just hired his girlfriend full time.
Yeah, right. Or like Thatch Nguyen, it's just him, his wife, and a camera dude.
Right.
That's it. I was like,
I know,
wow.
crazy.
I guess it helps limit costs too.
Keep it in the, oh, no, not really. It's expensive. You don't want to like not pay them less than they deserve. My sister makes 30 an hour right now, and she's like ready for a salary job because she's kind of tired of like logging her hours, and like what she does is more valuable than 30 an hour. Like some of these tasks are saving us thousands of dollars a year. That takes her an hour to do a week. So it's like, should probably pay her more. So I'll probably pay her like a California minimum salary here soon. And then she doesn't need to log hours. She doesn't need to log overtime anymore, which actually might save me money. So,
because a lot of people say don't work with your family or friends.
Right. A lot of people say don't invest. More people say don't invest with family and friends.
Oh, okay.
Even though me and Delaney, my sister and I bought a house together this year, bought an investment property, but yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we haven't butt heads.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We butt heads all the time. But my relationship with her is so healthy that she can be like, bruh, like you're being so ignorant right now. You need to like pay this person what they deserve, or you need to like settle this feud with this client. Like you need to do it now. And I'm like, all right, fine. She like she calls me out because my other employee is probably too scared to do it. So she like, he's not too scared. He's just like a little more like chill or respectful. Delaney's my sister. So she's like, you're an idiot. I'm like, you can't talk to your boss that way. She's like, well, if you're not going to change your mind, I'm going to keep calling you an idiot. I'm like, all right. She's pretty direct, which I like. I need that.
Yeah.
You need someone in your corner who's not going to bullshit you and be like, whatever you say, boss. It's like, dude, whatever you say, boss, will turn into a crap show. You're going to lose your business. So she like stops me. I'm the more visionary, like, wow, let's do this and that, spend all this money. And she's like, dude, you can't afford that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should buy a luxury exotic car so that I can join Fast Lane Drive and network with like high influence people. She's like, not yet. She's like, don't you dare buy that with the business car. And I'm like, why? I'm like, just one client from that group, one guy that owns a Lamborghini, like could be could be huge.
Yeah. What were you going to buy?
Like a Porsche 911.
911? Like GT2, GT3?
Yeah, like a touring, maybe. I don't like the stupid fin, the boiler thing, whatever it's
spoiler?
called.
Yeah,
Spoiler,
you don't like the wing?
It looks kind of dumb.
Too aggressive?
Yeah, way too aggressive. I would rather have like the Carrera GT that's just like nice sleek bottom, just like looks good.
Yeah.
You know, like 130, 150 price. Yeah. Pay $2,000 a month for it. I'm still going to do it. Just gotta wait.
Yeah. Just wait a little longer.
So my 2026 goal is to have enough cash flow in the business to where I can afford to buy a 911 and then join these really high level executive car groups and network with some.
You know, that's a great idea. Billionaires. I didn't even think of that. Like they all have fancy exotic cars. Like that's a good way to.
Rich did it.
Yeah, Rich is McLaren.
Rich has closed a couple deals. So even before that, he had an R8.
Yeah.
Closed a couple deals before that with that Fast Lane Drive group.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh. It's cool. It's a good idea. I'm going to do it this year. 2026.
Let's see it.
Keep me accountable.
Let's see it. Catch him on Instagram.
Yeah, catch me.
On the highlight reels.
I'm gonna hire a videographer, like some cool, like, video of me popping out in my blacked out 911.
Yeah, and there's all the flames.
Yeah. Be cool. People would be like, fuck you.
Right? Yeah.
People hate seeing people
flex. Turn your more off.
Yeah, people hate seeing people flex on Instagram. Yeah. The haters is what gets you views though. You post something like,
and gets you business.
You post something cringe or like something rage baity and people are like, that's not true. Thanks for the engagement.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Now going back to like your faith and being faith driven. No, you're a Christian. You're now a husband. You're an athlete.
Competitor.
Very competitive.
Yeah.
How often do you feel like scaling your business to 50 plus homes was taking away from the person you want to be at home?
I don't think so. Not really. I didn't like lose myself to the business. I don't have one of those like Hermosi stories where I'm like sleeping on the floor in my car and like rags to riches. Like I grew up middle class, but then my grandpa, he gave me like me and my siblings all a bunch of money and was like, here's like $400,000, like go use it to get a PhD, go use it to do all this. Yeah. And I was the only one out of my siblings to buy a house with it.
Nice.
That's what started my real estate journey. So I don't have like this fancy, like really inspiring story. I'm like, I literally was handed like a bank account with $500,000. And what do you do when you're 19 years old? First you go on some bitchin' trips and you pay for a bunch of shit for your friends, but then I actually had someone that like manages the account. So like they only let me do that once. And then they're like, nope, you can't spend any more money. I'm like, they're like, you can either go to school or you can buy an asset. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy a house. When I'm 23, a 24-year-old buying a house as a first year teacher. Crazy. So to answer your question, no, I never had like a crazy rags to riches story.
Yeah.
I just was smart with the money that was given to me, literally. And I got approved for a really good mortgage because I'm a teacher and I was able to use those credit unions.
Oh, interesting. Nice.
So a lot of my businesses run through that. Yeah. Having been a teacher, you get those access to those credit unions. It's like, even though I'm not a teacher anymore, I still have access to it, and it's been helpful.
Nice.
Yeah. Once a teacher, you always have access to it. It's cool. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, man, my faith has been stronger and emboldened by my entrepreneurial journey, just leaning on the Lord to inspire you and get through like hard times. Cause like Rich has said it on his podcast a couple of times, like there are months where you have $0. There are months where you have no money left because you used all of it to grow and to push yourself and put all the chips all in.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that. I've lived like that for a long time now. I just paid off a bunch of debt this in the last 3 months. So I paid off a couple loans and I have $0 right now. I have a $2.5 million net worth, but I have $0 in cash. Just a weird thing to realize, but yeah, that's it. That's the reality of it. It's okay. I'm at peace with it, and God is good. God is continue to bless me. I'm extremely blessed and like lucky. I'm not a super hard worker. I think I've just made a couple good decisions.
Totally.
I'm like okay to admit that. I'm not a big like 10-hour, 12-hour day guy. When I do a 10-hour day, when I do a 10-hour day, I'm like I need an IV. But most of my days I work by like 6 to 8 hours. It's like a norm, but I work every day though. I'm like up on Saturday and Sunday mornings too. Cause I can't sleep. You can't sleep in you own a vacation rental company. You can't take Sunday off. Like fuck, like you gotta be ready. So I work 7 days a week, but like 5, 6, 7 hours. Like not like going crazy.
Right.
So I have a very chill life, a very blessed life.
That's how I feel. I'm like trying to get adjusted to that as like a business owner too. You know, just starting off, like, I'm like, this is a very interesting life.
Yeah.
And it's interesting what you get like from people just watching social media, like what you post. They're like,
totally.
How do you do it? Like, I want the life you have, but they're the ones living the 9 to 5, you know? They're like, I'm jealous. Like, you're traveling a lot, you're doing all this and that, and you have your business. And I'm like, you know, you don't see the behind the scenes sometimes, like what's going on. Like what you said, you paid off some debt.
Yeah. It looks like I'm balling right now, but I'm not. I'm paying off debt. I'm paying off what I took out to make this all happen.
Yeah.
I'm driving a really nice truck, but I have like 4% of equity in it. Like I don't own that car outright. I'm not going to own my 911 next year. I'm going to own 10% of it. Like it's all to portray an image that I'm successful so that when I roll up to a $3 million house, they don't see me in some broke ass car I drove in high school. But I have some buddies that are high income earner W-2s with 200, 300, 400K in the bank and they're still driving their car from high school. I'm like, wow. Fuck off. I'm like, don't drive to my house in that. I'm kidding. But I'm serious. I can think of 2 friends that still do it. No, I'm kidding. But they're awesome. I love them. But they're not entrepreneurs. So there is some comfort and some peace though in a 9 to 5. There really is. My friends that work 9 to 5s, like, they show up at 9, they got off at 3 most days. Like they don't work Saturday, Sunday. Nobody bothers them Saturday, Sunday. It's great. One day I'll exit from my business and I'll peace out and hopefully make 7 figures off an exit and I'll put it into something else. I'll start another business. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I'll ever go back to like just being busy Monday through Friday. I love the drive, the rush, but I'm not a big 10-hour, 12-hour day guy. I'm not going to have a Hormozy story where I'm in the trenches unless everything falls apart and I have to start from zero.
Yeah.
That would suck. And I would for sure Hormozy my ass off. And like me and my wife would live in like a little shoebox and like save up and, but
yeah,
right now we're living on the water. We wake up to the ocean every day.
It's pretty sick, man.
Yeah. It's a blessed life, man. Love what I'm doing.
That's cool.
Get to do stuff like this.
Yeah. We get to just podcast in the middle of the day at like 1.
Yeah. Everyone's on their lunch break right now. We're having a podcast in the middle of a brand new quad in Serrano Valley.
It's cool. Pretty nice.
Yeah, man. It's great.
I saw you said something in an interview where you gave away $1,000 to people who sent you STR leads.
Yeah, that was like a blanket offer. It really ends up being more. 10%. If you give me an STR client, I'll pay 10% of whatever we make for a whole year.
Okay.
Big ass client, that's like 5-10 grand in your pocket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that sounds generous. I should say that right. That sounds generous, but could that model just be a cheap acquisition strategy, or do you worry about sustainability?
Yeah, it does sound generous, but we're doing all the work and we're paying you very little of that return for that client. I've had some clients some people give me a referral and they're like, I'm only introducing you to this person if you pay me 25% of what you make. I'm like, fuck. Okay. Sure. If it's a good house, if it's a good fit, I'll do it. And I've done it. So I pay some people
a little more.
Yeah. I pay this one person like $800 a month for a client that pays us about $2,000 a month.
Wow. You're almost giving up half.
Yep.
Wow.
But she was like, I'm not giving you this client unless I get 30%. So yeah, it is a cheap marketing. It is a cheap marketing gimmick because it's not a gimmick. I mean, you get money, you get free money. If you're giving me a lead that you don't know how to manage or nurture, so I'll manage it for you. Same. It's a great deal for real estate agents. You can't sell a lot of these houses right now. All these owners are convinced they're going to get 2022 prices.
No.
So you have these clients or their listing expires and you're like, fuck,
what happened?
Do I just call them every week? Like, how do I keep them in my network? You give them to Billy and I'll manage their property. It's already furnished because you have an agent company that put in some badass furniture and hey, this agent company will pay you guys $500 a month, leave this furniture here. And Billy's going to manage it for these guys for 20% and they're going to make money on their investment while it sits here while they wait for the market to correct.
Yeah.
You keep the client in your network. They're connected to me, but they're also still in your sphere. If the client thinks of selling, I alert you. You know, it's a good little triangle.
Yeah.
So I've gone to different real estate offices and pitched that. I'm like, hey, like none of you are selling that many houses as much as you were a few years ago. I know that. We all know that. You keep those clients in your network though. Work with me. And I promise you, I will make sure that when they're going to sell or they're telling me they're going to sell, I'll check in with you.
Totally. Yeah. Well, yeah, you just give the person a referral fee. Like, hey, thanks for giving the lead.
Yeah.
Take it over, manage it, boom.
You can have a house on the market while it's an Airbnb. There's plenty of gaps.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of our properties. Our property mostly booked out, but I'm kidding. But we have clients that have been trying to sell and we fix it in. We figure it out between stays. They usually don't sell because they think they're going to sell for a lot higher price, but
I know exactly a client we're managing right now.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah.
They'll just leave it on the market for 1.3. I'm like, dude, you bought it for 1.1 a year ago. It's not going to sell. No one's buying this overpriced Claremont house. So yeah, I probably will never sell my Claremont house, dude. I'll just always.
I might have to go check it out. I'm in Claremont right there.
You should.
I'm off Chateau right there.
It's booked out. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm right by the Krispy Kreme in North Claremont.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point for everyone because there's only one Krispy Kreme in San Diego and it's that one in Claremont. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, looking ahead, Billy, what happens when short-term rentals get more regulated or the market starts cracking? Do you have an exit plan? Are you building something else that may last forever or a little longer?
Yeah. We have so like I said earlier, I own 5, arbitrage 4. So that means like 20% of my business is mine. 80% is clients. Okay. Of that 80%, 20% of that is 30 days or longer. They don't even have short-term rental licenses.
Okay.
So we have a lot of midterm clients. Furnished, but they rent longer than 30 days. Those clients are great. They're less work and they're not susceptible to these laws. So they don't get taxed the same way that short-term rentals do. We do have a plan in our head, right? If the city passes, they have a couple laws they want to pass. They want to pass like a $5,000 per bedroom law, which is going to destroy the short-term rental market. Jeez. I don't think San Diego short-term rentals are going anywhere. I think that we are such a legacy market where we've had properties for rent in Mission Beach, Pacific Beach for so long. It's like getting rid of that industry would be catastrophic. I think there's a number that they're talking about earlier at the city council meeting. There's 18,000 plus people that rely on STRs for their income. It's a good chunk.
Wow.
It's a good chunk of San Diego residents.
Yeah, it is.
So there's about 1 million properties in San Diego, the greater San Diego area, and only about 1% of them are short-term rentals. And so the idea that short-term rentals are hurting the housing and supply and they're damaging the market is just not correct. And there's a lot of reasons why the housing market's so expensive and so messed up, but short-term rentals are like the boogeyman sometimes. They're easy to blame, but they're hard to prove why.
Yeah.
It's hard to see, like the boogeyman. You can't really prove it's there, but you just think it's an issue. And so, yeah, when regulations tighten, if the city passes that radical freaking socialist law where they're going to charge you money for existing as if they don't charge us enough to own homes here in San Diego. If they charge that, it'll destroy the industry and we'll most likely pivot for some of our clients, we'll do 30-day rentals with the furniture. And most of our clients will suggest, hey, let's get rid of the furniture, let's sell it and let's find some tenants. We'll put Elevate under a broker's license or we'll get our own.
That's it.
And just do long-term management.
Cool, man.
Long-term management with a couple midterm clients.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
It'll really hurt our margins, but we'll adjust. We'll fluctuate with whatever comes at us. Ideally, I exit before all that happens. I have an exit idea strategy in the next 2 to 3 years. Sell to a bigger company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sick, dude.
We'll see, man.
Well, it's been a great episode.
It's been fun, dude.
Billy. One last question I like to ask my guests before we hop off the episode is, a lot of people out there, I put this podcast on for, the next generation coming in, looking to start their business, get into real estate, or just take that next step out of fear to do what they want, follow their dream. What's one piece of advice you could give to someone, Gen Z millennial out there, just too afraid to start, but they have that idea. They're ready to start. They're too afraid to start.
Man, I like the idea that you get a W-2 where you learn skills that you could possibly take into an entrepreneurial world. So for the Gen Zers that think they're too good for a job, a W-2, a boss, like humble yourself and take a job somewhere and learn from people that are smarter than you. For those who already have the job, but they want to jump and they want to make the next move into the land of entrepreneurship, try a side hustle is what I'll say to people. Try a side hustle. Try something easy.
Yeah.
Go detail cars, go mow some lawns. Like try something where it's like, wait, am I doing household chores for my dad or am I like doing a side hustle in a business? Like go do something on the side and see if you like working for yourself before you make the jump and think you're going to be this great entrepreneur. Cause I do know some entrepreneurs that are not good entrepreneurs. They're either too type A and they're too much about the details and they're distracting themselves from making money, or they're so type B that their foot is off the gas and they're making like $4,000 a month before taxes and they're just like making less than they would have at a desk job.
Right. But no vending machine.
You can do a vending machine. If you had a W-2 job and your office building has 100 or more employees and you don't have a vending machine, you should be the guy to go and say, hey boss,
I got the vending machine.
I have a vending machine and I'm going to stock it every week. It's going to be full of all these goodies. It'll be great. I'm partnering with a sandwich shop down the street. I'll have fresh sandwiches twice a week. They'll be $10 a pop. It's going to be awesome. Can I do it? That's my advice.
I'm in.
Do something like that. Are the windows disgusting at your office building? Does the pavement need to be power washed? Think of something. Think of where do you spend most of your time and where's there a need? Do you work at a school or a YMCA or a college and you're like, oh man, like there's nothing fun around here to do. Go buy a trailer and outfit it with a bunch of basketball hoops and arcade games and have a mobile arcade business. I've seen all of it. I've seen these guys. My buddy in Oregon started a mobile sauna business. It's like $100 an hour.
Wow.
I'll come to your party, event, whatever. It's booked out. He's like, I'm building a second one. It's like, dude, that's a great idea and there's no competition.
Imagine like the sauna and the cold plunge.
It's pretty cool.
So that'd be kind of cool.
There's so many ideas. People will pay for IVs to come to your bachelor party and fill you up with fluids after a night of drinking. People will pay you to do a lot of shit that they don't want to do. I pay people to do stuff for me. Like if it takes me longer than an hour, I'm probably going to pay someone to do it. I think we use Instacart 80% of the time now.
Instacart.
Yeah. I don't even go shop for groceries anymore because it's not worth, I'm like, why this takes me an hour. I could be doing so much cooler shit with an hour. So that's my advice to Gen Z, Gen Z, from one unk to another.
One unk.
Yeah.
Well, you guys heard it from the one and only Billy Perez.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Well, I appreciate you coming on the episode, my guy.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate your time.
Let's do it. And to you guys out there, appreciate you guys watching this episode with Billy. If you have any questions, just comment it down below or DM me on Instagram. We got billy.elevate on Instagram and myself, realtor.tmg, or you can follow us at West Coast Property Bros on Instagram.
That's a good name.
Till next time, we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Let's go.
Peace.
Boom.